Hey everybody, I just wanted to kind of chime in and let you know how things are going. So, tonight will be the last night that I will have to take the injections into my stomach. It would be, I think, 20 days and hasn't been too bad. Medication hasn't really bothered me too much. My husband's done a great job putting them in. I did bring a needle or a couple needles to show you. So, this is actually what I've been using to put in my stomach, or my husband's been using. And as you can see, the needle is, well, let's see. The needle's not too long. I guess if I do it like this, maybe you can see, it's not too bad. So we've been drawing it up and putting it in. And like I said, those have not been too bad. I did start it's called Estrace, and it is a oral medication. I was taking, I guess, a half a pill for a few days, and then I went to one pill twice a day, and today I started with 3 pills, 3 times a day. And so I've been taking those. That medication kind of makes me a little bit nauseous, but not too bad. It's been pretty good. The first couple of days it was kind of yucky, but it's been really good. So I will go back in a week and have everything checked again, be monitored, check how my lining's doing, my uterus is doing, and then we will be given a protocol just to make sure everything's still on track. If we need to change anything, they'll let us know. They've been great. And everything's good with our donors. We have all the paperwork and everything done, so we're on schedule for that. I will then start my progesterone shots, I think 3 or 4 days before we actually go in for the transfer. So I wanted to show you that, because that you'll kind of get an idea. People don't really understand when you say you're doing these transfers. They're like, oh, that's kind of cool. You normally live your life and they just transfer them and everything. Well, no, there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of medication that you could possibly be taking. And so you have the, oral medication, the injections, and then the progesterone. Now, there are progesterone patches. Our doctor chooses to use the needles instead, which I'm not too thrilled about, but it gets in there really well. It's an intramuscular. So I am going to go on and open this one. I won't be using it afterwards, but I just kind of want to show you. I've got plenty of these. So this is a 3 milliliter syringe. This is kind of backwards. I don't think you can see it through that way. Oh yeah, you can a little bit. Anyway, you can see 18 gauge. Now, this is just to draw up. So when you're looking at this, don't freak out. But when I show you the other needle, you might. Kind of big. But anyway, so you would open this up. Here's the needle. Now you can see how thick this one is. Okay, and that one actually, you can see how long it is, comparable to the other one who's now bent. I bent it evidently when I put the thing in, but that's okay. I don't need more. So there it is. So this one's just to draw up the progesterone out of the vial. So you would draw it up because the progesterone's a little bit thicker. And then after you draw it up, so let's say you need, I don't know, a milliliter. I think, or half a milliliter, I think is maybe what we do. I don't remember. Then you would draw it up. This actually comes off like this, very easy. And then you take your actual needle that is going to go into my backside. And it doesn't go into the fleshy part. It actually goes into the muscle area. So it's kind of the top right quadrant or the top left quadrant. So this would be the needle that will actually go into me. So as you can see, it's just as long as the other, there it is. It's just as long as the progesterone needle, but it's not as thick. Let me see if I can take this off. You can see the difference in the thicknesses. So this will go into my backside, and the progesterone, my husband will put the progesterone in. Now, if you are watching this and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm planning on doing this. I can't believe this. How does that work? How does that even get in there? Make sure that if you're putting it in or somebody else is, just tell them to use you as a dartboard, because that's just the easiest. When you're doing your stomach, use it as a dartboard. But especially those, they just need to stick it in there and get that progesterone in. The medication could go in kind of slowly, because for me at times it burns. I have found out with my stomach, though, for those of you that may be watching this and you're curious that you're planning on doing this, I have found out with my stomach, either to the right or the left of my navel actually is the best place to put it. The further kind of out I go, or my husband's been doing it, it actually burns a little bit, but it actually does better if it's not under my navel, but to the right or to the left, it does really well. So other than that, I think that's it. I think that kind of catches you up. Right now we have 8 embryos that are frozen, and they will begin thawing them, I believe, a couple days before our transfer. Our transfer is going to be a couple days before our anniversary and a few days before my birthday. So that's kind of exciting. My husband recently asked me, what would you like for a birthday? And I said, a baby, and that could possibly actually happen. And he just laughed. So we are praying that God's will be done. And we know that if this is not his will, it will not happen. And we will be okay with that. We, again, have a wonderful 5-year-old, but we would love to expand our family. So again, to those of you that are infertile, now I did want to say one thing about that. There are people that have gone through infertility treatments and they've gotten pregnant. And there are people that have been infertile, but then they got pregnant and they were able to have children of their own. For those of you that have gone through infertility treatments, this is not to say anything or to dumb down what you've gone through. Please don't take it at that. But I recently saw on Facebook, of course, the positive part of Facebook, somebody had put something about, oh, it's infertility week, and I'm one of it said, like, I think the statistics they had posted was 1 in 8 women have infertility or have fertility problems, so they're infertile. And her whole thing was, oh, I'm one of the 8, and they actually posted a picture of their child. If you have gotten pregnant and you've had a child, technically you're not infertile anymore unless you're trying again and you've gone over a year without being able to get pregnant and with, no help or anything. So for those, just careful what you write, because it's not that it offends me or anybody else that might be going through infertility treatments or can't get pregnant. But being infertile means right at this moment you are unable to conceive. And so again, like if I get pregnant, I won't be looking at people saying, oh, I'm infertile, and say I've been through infertility. In fact, we went through infertility for about 16 years before we were able to get pregnant through snowflake adoption. So anyway, I know it's a little sidebar, thought I would just bring it up. And Mother's Day is coming up. So I know that this may not be played during Mother's Day, but for those of you that are mothers, congratulations. Happy Mother's Day. For those of you that are not mothers yet and you're still trying, don't give up. If it truly is the desire of your heart, do not give up. Mother's Day can be a difficult time, but look at the positive aspect of it. Every woman is a mother to somebody. It could be your nephews, it could be your nieces, it could be somebody at your church, their children, it could even be your neighbor's children, but you will play a part as a mother. They may not be your children, but you are somehow bringing something into their lives. You are somehow teaching them in a way, and that's what a mother does. So stick in there. Like I said, if you really do feel that desire to become a mother, then I would say, you know what, pray about it and don't get discouraged. You will get discouraged. Try not to get discouraged, I guess I should say. And you can always contact me if you'd like through the website or through whatever, and I will be there to encourage you in any way that I can. If I have not gone through what you've gone through and I have a friend that has, I will be more than happy to connect you with them and they could help you as well. That's what we're here for. We're here to help each other. We're here to encourage each other. And that is why I'm making these videos, to educate, but also to encourage. So I encourage you to have a great day today and just be happy. Our sun is shining outside. It's been raining for a couple days and it's beautiful outside. I think I'm going to go out and play in my garden and see what happens. So have a wonderful day, and I will let you know. We are getting closer to our transfer, so I will let you know how things go.